Choose any ATM of your convenience and stand a chance to win gold sovereigns. Lanka Pay.
There are numerous lands under the jurisdiction of the Lands Reforms Commission. However, we currently lack a comprehensive record or statistics on the exact number of lands under the LRC. Is it possible to determine the total number after conducting a thorough analysis?
What the member says is accurate. The first question I raised with the LRC after assuming office was about the number of lands under its purview. At the time, there was no clear answer. Additionally, there are complexities regarding the size and classification of the lands under the LRC. Due to persistent insufficiencies in the operation of the Commission, the LRC is not fully aware of all the lands under its management. It is crucial that we formalize this process, and we are actively working on it. A carbon fertilizer project funded by the LRC was initiated but subsequently halted following a cabinet decision. We have appointed a committee to investigate the reasons behind the project's failure and the associated misconduct. While we acknowledge that the committee's progress has been slow, we are taking the necessary measures to address the issue.
Last year, the Urume deed awarding project was implemented and deeds were distributed. However, the recipients were primarily individuals who already held Jayabhumi or Swarnabhumi deeds. Many have returned their Jayabhumi or Swarnabhumi deeds in exchange for Urume deeds. Are there any plans to redistribute these Urume deeds to them?
For lands under the LRC on which these houses have already been built, the deeds are ready. However, the distribution has been delayed due to ongoing investigations. At present, we are focusing on the release of smaller land parcels which are scheduled to be distributed to citizens. A significant issue exists with the free land deeds issued under the Urume program. These deeds have no conditions attached, allowing recipients to sell, transfer or misuse the land. LRC officials had advised against proceeding with this program due to the risks involved. Since around 27,000 deeds have already been distributed, the issue has become more complex. Nevertheless, we are actively addressing it and hope to arrive at a solution soon after consulting with experts.
අද මේ විවාදයට එකතු වෙමින් විවිධ ශේෂ්ත්‍රවල දුක් ගැනවිලි ගණනාවක් ඉදිරිපත් කරමින්
I would like to draw your attention to several matters in today's debate. Recently, there has been an increase in murders and activities related to illegal drugs. Therefore, focusing on law and order, I urge the government to take necessary actions to address this issue. Citizens who have been affected by the passport issue continue to suffer. The government has failed to provide a resolution. Although the physical lines have disappeared, a new online queue has been introduced.
ඇස් දෙකට පේන දීර්ඝ පෝලිම වෙනුවට ඔන්ලයින් පෝලිමක් දැන් මේ අවස්ථාවේ නිර්මාණය වෙලා තිබෙනවා.
මේ රටේ ක්ලීන් කරන්න තියෙන ආයතන.
There is an entity that requires cleaning under the Clean Sri Lanka initiative, the Sri Lanka Cricket Board. Currently, the Ministry of Sports is asking the Cricket Board for funds to support other sports. There has been no mention of Shami Silva recently. I would like to ask why the government remained silent on this matter.
නිශ්ශබ්දව ඉන්නේ ඇයි කියන ප්‍රශ්නේ අපි අහනවා.
අපි මේ සියලුම ක්‍රීඩා ගැන
We are thoroughly investigating all sports and uncovering fraudulent activities that have taken place. Unlike previous ministers, we will not be anyone's pawn, so there is no need for concern.
ගැන කිසිදු චකිතයක් තියාගන්න එපා.
මට එක්සත් ජාතික පක්ෂයට
While we can forgive certain major criticisms of the UNP, SLPP, former President Ranil Wickremesinghe and Mahinda Rajapaksa for the economic destruction they caused, there are major harms they have caused to society that cannot be undone in a short period.
මනින්න බෑ. කෙටි කාලයක් ඇතුළත හදන්න බෑ.
So if you take, for example, one of the biggest issues that face the Tamil people is this godforsaken Prevention of Terrorism Act. It is a law that the JVP itself, whom I not self-condemn. And what was said at the time of elections and before was that the PTA will be repealed. Now I quite understand that to repeal a law you will need some time to come up with a new law if in case you do. I don't believe you do, but if in case the government thinks that they need one, you might take some time. The point here is the law is so draconian, and you say that it is draconian because it is so wide in possible applicability that the police will misuse it. They will always misuse it. That has been the history of this terrible law. And even if your government wishes to be otherwise, the law is applied by the police and they continue to misuse it. And that is my point.
You raised a very valid point about the PTA. I assured you that a cabinet paper will be put on for the formulation of a committee and to abolish the PTA. And now that cabinet paper is being prepared. Hopefully in the next parliament session, I'll be able to confirm with you that the cabinet approval has been given for the abolition of the PTA and to bring in an ATA which conforms to international standards.